Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on hypothesis testing. In particular, we studied the most basic type of inferential inferencing in statistics. It's the t-test. Okay, so we had the examples last time of one sample t-test where we'd like to compare a particular sample to a known population. So we use this t-test, no? We use the car seats data set from ISLR, and we were comparing the sales data set. And let me flash that again. Quick review lang to, class. Ito yung data natin, ito yung sales natin. Okay, there are 400 observations here, and we would like to see if the sales, okay, the test natin kung equal to sa known population, no? Known population value. Where can we get the population value from? Uh, some sources, like in an industry where they have an association. What that association does is to gather information. Let's say yung sales nila. Tapos an average is computed, and this information is made available to everyone. So that the purpose of this is to help the firm benchmark their performance against the industry average. So we'd like to see, in this case, last time we tested whether the sales of car seats in this company was equal to the population average of 8. And okay, we run this using the t-test. Okay, this one. And okay, we studied what the hypothesis was. Well, sabi natin, ano ba yung hypothesis nito? Okay, did we write this? I think we wrote this. Ito, no? The true mean of car seat sales is equal to the population mean, which is 8. Okay? And is not equal to 8. This was the question posted by Dom last time. Kasi this is two-tailed to, no? Okay? Two-tailed kasi we're hitting both yung less than or greater than. Kasi ang tinatanong sa atin dito kung, di ba ang null hypothesis natin, kung equal siya, is the mean equal to 8? Or not the alternative is that the mean is not equal to 8. Okay. Yung not equal to dito, class, anong ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin, either less than 8 or greater than 8. That's the meaning of not equal to. So that's why this is called two-tailed kasi ang tinitingnan natin, suppose this is your distribution and this is your mean average 8. So ang tinitingnan natin either higher than 8 siya, okay, or lower than 8. Okay, that's what we're looking at. So that's why it's called a two-tailed test. Now the question of Dom was, pwede bang gamitin? Can we use this for a one-tailed test? Okay, kasi ang one-tailed test, either we would like to check kung greater than 8 yung mean or less than 8. Okay, and the answer is yes, of course. Pwede natin gamitin yung test na yun. And let's go now here. Let's go here, class. Using the notes that I provided you with, ito. So this is our one-tailed test. Okay, so this is just to load the data. Same thing. Yung car seats data natin will be using the same thing. Okay, and I provided here some notes, okay, for your reference. Okay, let's just quickly go through this. Pag one-tailed test, class, the null hypothesis, well, we have to validate this, ano? The null hypothesis does not, ano siya, I clarify this, no? Kasi ang null hypothesis natin sa t-test is that the mean is equal to 0. Okay, or it's equal to a particular value. So dito sa one-tailed test, mababago siya depende dun sa gusto nating i-test. Okay? So specifically, you are testing whether the population mean is either greater than or less than a specified value. Therefore, if you're testing if it's greater than a specified value, for example, let me write that. If we're testing, ito yung alternative hypothesis natin, no? If the mean is greater than, let's say, 8, okay? Ang null hypothesis natin is the mean is less than or equal to 8. Okay? So kailangan lahat ng directions covered ng hypothesis natin. Okay, we'd like to test if the mean of car seat sales is greater than 8. Ang null hypothesis natin will be less than or equal to 8. In the same manner, if we're testing if the mean is less than 8, therefore, our null hypothesis natin will be the mean is greater than or equal to 8. Yan. Okay? So, medyo inaccurate yung sinabi ko dito remains the same. Ano? It's the same by the fact that andi dito pa rin equal to. Equal to pa rin. Kasama pa rin yung equal to. Okay, however, madadagdagan ng either greater than or less than. Depende dun sa tinetest natin. Okay, so pag one-tailed test, either right-tailed or left-tailed. Okay, so pag one-tailed na pag right-tailed, okay, ang tinetest natin class if the population is greater than a hypothesized value, let's say 8. Okay, therefore, ang null hypothesis natin, ang alternative natin is that the population mean is greater than 8. No? Ito. So ito class, sorry, this should be less than or equal to. Hindi ko nalagay, sorry. So this should be less than or equal to 8. Right? So, paki-correct na lang class, kulang yung hypothesis ko dito. Null hypothesis is less than or equal to 8. Ang alternative natin, mean is greater than 8. Ang tinetest natin class if the population mean is greater than 8. So if you write that in LaTeX, I think I provided this to ito yan, no? Okay. Take a look at how this is written. H null, okay? Yung underscore 0 dito in class, it becomes your subscript. And then colon, and then slash mu, it's represented by a Greek letter, mu, slash LEQ less than or equal to. Ito yan. So that's how you write that. And then 8. There. And then slash slash next line. Then we have HA, okay? Mu is greater than 8. All right, so that's how we write in LaTeX that equation. All right. So yung opposite naman yung ano, sorry, kulang to. No? Opposite si, okay, opposite si left tail. Sa left tail, ang tinetest natin if the mean, the sample mean is, no, the population mean is less than 8. Okay? All right, so we write the null hypothesis as yung opposite niya. No? Tapos kailangan covered lahat. May equal to at saka greater than. Okay, so also in LaTeX, well, it becomes GEQ. Okay, yun. Mu is less than 8, and then the null hypothesis is the mean is greater than or equal to 8. All right. So this can be easily tested, no? Yung right-tailed at saka left-tailed. As I said, pag right-tailed, we're interested in finding if the sample mean if significantly greater than 8. Right-tailed yun. Ito yun. And opposite naman yung left, left. Okay? Left. Okay, so we already pointed this out na pareho lang naman yung formula. Ito lang din. T is equal to the average minus the mean over the standard deviation over square root of the sample size. Okay, so ganun din yung ano natin, mababago lang ng konti yung ano, yung ano natin, yung uh, t-test natin. So let's do this. So for example, let's set the population mean as 8. Okay. Then right right tail test natin will be ito yung ano natin, di ba? Null hypothesis, the mean sales is less than or equal to 8. The alternative mean sales is greater than 8. Okay, we're testing if the uh, average is greater than 8. So, ang mababago lang dyan, okay, ganun pa rin, t-test pa rin, t-dot test, yung data natin, car seats sales, the mean is equal to, in this case, we created this object, mean mu sub 0 is equal to 8, and then you have to put this, alternative is equal to greater. Okay, kailangan natin ilagay ito. So, okay, when we run this, okay, what do we see? You have the t-stat, degree of freedom, the p-value, 0.998, no? So very, very large. Okay? Very, very large. So ano yung conclusion natin dito? The alternative is the true mean is greater than 8. Okay, therefore, what's our inference? We fail to reject the null hypothesis, okay? That our mean, sorry, yeah, we fail to reject. No, tama. We fail to reject kasi 0.9, no? We fail to reject the null hypothesis that the mean sales is less than or equal to 8. There's no reason to believe whatsoever that the average sales is greater than 8. Okay. In fact, the mean is 7.4996. Yun ang mean natin. 7.496. Tapos class, ang left-tailed naman, opposite, di ba? Dito ang tinetest natin kung our mean sales is less than. So, ang mababago to, dito lang din sa syntax natin, ganun din, mu is equal to mu 0, and then the alternative is less. Okay? So, ang kaibahan lang, ito greater, ito less. So, if you run this, okay, the p-value is 0.00, practically 0. Okay, so with the p very low, we reject, no, the null hypothesis that the mean sales is greater than or equal to 8. And then, again, sinabi sa atin yung average niya. So, we're saying that hindi greater than 8 yung ano natin, yung average. Okay? So, yun lang, class, yung question ni Don. No? I just took time to once again create the uh, R codes, okay, for your perusal. Okay, andito na rin notes. Okay, so one tail. Okay, any questions about this? The link for the drive. Okay, sandali ha. The link for the drive. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, Ralph, pag ganun, i-ano nyo ako, no? Call my attention immediately. Kasi, uh, baka nahuli ka, no? Baka hindi mo nahabol yung notes, no? So, pag ganyan, if you have a request and I'm not able to see it, call my attention para I can work on it. Saan na ba ako? Sa chat. Sa chat. Okay. So, Ralph, could you kindly access it and okay, tingnan natin kung nakuha mo na bago tayo mag-move on. Okay, paki-check please. Okay, good. All right. Okay, I think may hindi ako doon, ano no, may hindi ako binigay sa inyo doon. Ito, no? I think nagmadali yata ako ah. Yeah, ito class, ito. Sorry, sorry. Uh, this one I did not give to you, right? Itong mu 8 lang yun, no? So, I'm sorry about this. I'll give you time, class, please. That was the last, yung huli yun. Hindi ko binigay yung ano yan, hindi ko binigay yung code na yan. Because I want you to write that. Okay, and the other one is this one. Nabago lang naman yung isa, no? Yung alternative lang niya naging less. Yung isa, t-test right-tailed. The other one is t-test left-tailed. Okay, if you're done, class, kindly paki-chat, please. Dom, did it answer your question? Yung question mo last time? Okay, thank you,
Yes po,
Nico.
sir. Thank you
Okay,
po.
thank you, Dom. Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, let's give a few more seconds to your classmates. Kindly chat, please, in the chat box if you're done, so that I know, class, who among you are already finished. Good, thank you. Okay, well, let's wait for the others before we continue. So they might say, baka kinokopya pa nila yung code. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, kompleto na ba? Okay, good. All right. So, simple lang class yung ano, no? Simple lang yung uh, one-tailed test. Ano lang siya, yung variation lang ng ano it's just a variation of the two-tailed test. Again, class, sa two-tailed, ito lang. No? Wala tayong linalagay na alternative kasi ano na siya yung understood na two-tailed yan. Okay. All right. And then, so we're done with t-test. Okay, let's go to more, say, more applicable sa mga ano nyo, sa mga research nyo. ANOVA, kasi ang t-test, very limited yung scope niya. Okay? Either, di ba, we compare only one sample, okay, and we compare it to a known population, or you compare two, okay, two samples, or a paired one. Paired, which means, let's say, example niyan, how much is sales before advertising, and then how much is sales after advertising. Paired siya. Okay. Now let's go to another more important one, which is ANOVA, analysis of variance. Okay. Anyway, I think last time I started discussing this, but let me review the process. So if t-test is used to compare only two, two groups, si ANOVA, it's used to compare more than two groups. Okay. And just like t-test where we compare the means, si ANOVA then, we'd like to compare the means of more than two groups. It can be three, it can be four, etc. Okay. And we would like to know if the means are all equal or there's one group that's significantly different. Okay. So maraming application ang ANOVA sa many fields. In businesses, marami, no? So for example, using the car seats data, we would like to know if, di ba sa car seats kasi meron tayong shelving dito, shelf location, di ba? Ito, tatlo to, medium, bad, and good. If you take a look at the frequency niya, table, di ba? Table function, car seats, dollar sign, shelf location. If you run this, okay, yeah. In fact, I think last time, I don't know, we did that. So let's say we create this object, kunyari frequency ni, kakaproblema tong R ko, frequency ni shelves. I just use that class, out minus, and then we use this, control C, control V. So the output of this, we create an object for that, control enter, and then we can make use of the proportion that table. Okay. Proportion that table, and then for this one, control C, control V. Okay, sorry. Okay, so if I run this two, control enter. So you have the frequency distribution. Oops, hindi na ganito. Ah, dapat ito lang. Dito, plus control C, control V. This one, control enter. Okay, so I have both the percentage, the proportion of the bad, the good, and the medium. So around 55% of the total in shelf location is 55% medium, 21% good, and 24% bad. Okay. Now, this one class, we create a box plot. So using the sales data, okay, till we associate it with the shelf location. Uh, Sales variable, I meant. The data is car seats, and then we give the title to the main plot. Then we give a name to the x-axis and the y-axis, and give three different colors: light green, light blue, and light coral. Okay, we run this. Okay, and this is what we get. This is the box plot. Okay, you can see si medium may outlier na isa dito. Okay. All right. So you can see that yung means sila medyo magkakaiba, no? Itong tatlong to, si bad, si good, at saka si medium. So we'd like to see if indeed statistically different ba yung ano nila, yung mga means nila. So since we're dealing with three groups, then we cannot use t-test for this. Unless isa-isahin natin, bad at saka good. Okay? And then good and medium, we'll compare, and then bad and medium. But that's an inefficient way to do this. So okay, the hypothesis that we're testing, okay, please tell me if I did not share this kasi may mga inad ako, no? And in case you see note here or a code that it's not in your notes, kindly tell me, please. About this class. Did I share with you the hypothesis there for the ANOVA? I don't think so. Did I, class?
Hindi po.
Hindi, okay. Let me share this with you. Okay, just to be clear with the discussion. Okay, and then where's my chat box here? Okay, thank you. Sorry, hindi ko nakita na yung ano mga post ni. Okay, Control V. Okay, so this ANOVA class, for this particular uh, problem, we'd like to see if the mean of the bad self-location is equal to the mean of the medium and the mean of the good self-location. The alternative is that at least one of this is not equal. We're saying here that everything is equal. Okay? But if you take a look at the plot, medyo masasabi natin na parang hindi naman sila equal, no? Yung averages nila. Okay? But we will do statistical test for that. Okay. This one, okay, I don't think, this one I want you to write, please. So, may mga hindi ako shinare, class, because I want you to be writing that. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to write. So, the function is AOV, analysis of variance. Okay? And then sales, tilde, shelf location. And data is equal to car seats. Okay, so what R will do is that it will take a look at the car seats data, in particular yung sales, where it's a categorical variable with three different levels, yung bad, good, at saka medium. So hahanapin niya yan. It will analyze if the averages of their sales are equal. And then summarize natin. So if I run this, okay, you can now see that in our object here, meron na tayong ANOVA result dito. And it's a list. Okay? And let's see this, class. Let's start with the p-value, no? P-value, which is significant at 0.001. Diba? 3 stars to eh. Diba? Kaya ito, tatlong stars to, ibig sabihin nito, this value, okay, is less than, it's significant at 0.001. And not less than. This is significant at 0.001. Yeah, tama ako. This value is less than 0.001. Sorry. Medyo na-confuse ako dun. Okay, so therefore, what's our conclusion? We will reject this. We reject the null hypothesis that the average sales for bad is equal to the average sales for medium is equal to the average sales for the good self-location. Okay? Hindi sila lahat equal, pero at least one of this is different. Okay? Pag hindi sila lahat equal, ibig sabihin nun, may difference sa kanila. Okay? What is that different? What is different, class? Okay, is it bad and medium equal pero si good ang hindi? Okay, we don't know. ANOVA does not answer that. Ang sinasabi lang ng ANOVA, hindi equal silang tatlo. As to answer the question, sino hindi equal? Baka may dalawang equal dyan tapos yung isa hindi equal. Kasi pwede yun eh. Or baka lahat sila hindi equal. Okay? So there are two possibilities. All of them are not equal or at least two of them are not equal. Okay, or at least one pair is not equal. Okay, so let's interpret this. Okay, so there are some important aspects here. Andito yung shelf life, shelf location, at saka yung residuals. Ito, sinasabi na to, class, sum of the squares, 10, 10. It means that, okay, linagay ko na dito yan, no? Okay, sum of the squares, 10, 10. The variation in sales explained by the different levels of shelf location. Okay, so ito, class, ito yung metric dito ng variation ng sales, okay, can be explained by shelf location. Ang hindi kayang i-explain ng sales, 2173. Okay? Tapos, dito i-class yung sum of the squares. Okay? I mean, mean squares. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, ano yung 504.8 ang dito class? Okay. Although hindi naman natin talaga kailangan alimin yung mga details na to. Ang importante lang sa atin ito, no, yung p-value na to. To know whether this hypothesis, kung i-reject ba natin to or we fail to reject this. And because of the p-value, we reject the null hypothesis that the means are equal. Okay, ang sinasabi lang naman itong mean square, average variation yan that can be explained by our self-location variable. Okay, si 5.5 naman, average error variance in the model. Okay, tapos sa F ratio class, ang inaano niyan yung ratio ng na-explain na variation to the unexplained variation. Okay, so it's just dividing. Ito yung na-explain na variation. Ito yung hindi na-explain. So if you divide that, 92.93, it's the ratio. Okay? So ibig sabihin, sa bawat isang variation na na, na, uh, na hindi na-explain, 92.23 ang na-explain. Okay? Alright. So p-value class, ito yung sinasabi natin, this is the most important for us. Okay? If we're using a level of significance of 0.05, then we are rejecting the null hypothesis that the average sales of each from the shelf location, okay, average sales ni bad location, shelf location, is equal to the average sales of the good shelf location, average sales ni medium shelf location. We're rejecting that they're equal. Okay, we conclude that there's statistically significant difference in the sales between at least two. Kasi pag dalawa dito class ang hindi equal, okay, then that will account for the rejection of the hypothesis. Pwede class ito at saka ito hindi equal. Pero ito, equal to. Pwede yon. Pwedeng ito at saka ito hindi equal, pero itong dalawa equal. So, pwede yon. Basta at least one of the one pair is not significant. Okay. Okay, so naglagay lang ako dito class ng, alam natin na ang conclusion natin na hindi equal yung ano nila, yung averages nila. Therefore, may kinalaman sa sales yung positioning ng ano, ng bad ng bad position, good position and medium position. Kasi class kung walang difference dun sa ano nila, sa averages nila, pareho lang naman yung sales kung bad location or medium location or good location. It means that walang the shelf location does not matter class. Pero it does matter kasi magkakaiba yung ano nila di ba? Magkakaiba yung averages nila. Okay. The problem with ANOVA is that it does not tell us sino ba yung magkaiba doon. Okay? Pareho ba si good at saka si medium? Tapos si bad lang yung average sales coming from the bad self-location is what that which is different? We don't know. We can't answer that using ANOVA. Thus, there is what we call a hoc, post hoc test. Okay? So, after you perform ANOVA, we can do a post hoc test para malaman natin, okay? So, ano yung mga ano, which among them are not equal? Okay, so which among them are uh, significantly different? Okay? So, ang sinasabi lang ni ANOVA, there's a difference. Magkaiba, no? Pero hindi yung sinasabi saan ang magkaiba. That's why after ANOVA, you need to do what we call a post hoc test. So, maraming post hoc test. And the most popular one is Tukey, yung honest significance difference niya. There's also another one, Bonferini, tapos meron pang iba, no? But we'll just focus on Tukey and Bonferini. Okay? All right, pause muna ako, class. I think I provided these notes to you, right? Can you please confirm, class? Can you confirm, class, if those notes about ANOVA? Okay, good. All right. Uh, paki-include na lang din pati si types of post hoc, 'di ba? Sinama ko rin. Okay, the again the purpose, class, is for you to be at least kahit papaano basically equipped kayo, no? Uh, about the concept. That's what we're here for. And I hope the notes are helping kahit papaano. Okay, post hoc. What's the importance of post hoc? We use the post hoc, class, because ANOVA cannot provide us an answer to which among them are different. It can tell us that they're different. But as to the question, which among them are different? Okay. So sino iba doon? Yung average sales ba ni bad? Bad location? Or magkaiba ba yan kay medium? Or si medium ba kaiba kay good? Or si bad ba kaiba kay good? Okay. Kasi tatlong pairs, di ba? Bad and medium, that's one. Bad and good, that's another one. And then medium and good. So tatlong pairs tayo. So which of those pairs are are not the same, are not equal? Okay? So meron tayong Tukey, meron tayong Bonferini correction. Related din siya kay Tukey, kaso mas conservative to. Okay, and then Sheffield's test, no? We're not going to Sheffield's test. We'll just take a look at yung dalawang most popular one, si Tukey at saka si Bonferini. Okay? Sa case na to, we'll follow si Tukey. Okay. HSD niya, yung honest significant difference. So anong ginagawa ni Tukey? Kino-compare lahat niya ng groups. Okay? And it will determine, this post hoc test will determine if the difference are statistically significant. Yun ang kailangan natin. So yung ANOVA is coupled with the post hoc test. Okay? So, example natin, let's go here. So how do you do this, class? Ito, ANOVA natin yung kanina to, no? AOV, no? Sales associated with shelf location. Okay? Now, the null hypothesis for the Tukey, ito yung null hypothesis ni Tukey, no? Okay. Null hypothesis is that mu sub I is equal to mu sub J. Okay? For all I not equal to J. Ano ibig sabihin nun? So I, kasi ang mga ano natin dito, bad at saka good, ba? So bad is equal to good. Okay? Or bad is equal to medium. Or good is equal to medium. Okay? I is not equal to J. So ibig sabihin, we're not testing if good is equal to good, if bad is equal to bad, and medium is equal to medium. Kasi I should not be equal to J. Yung I dito, yung good, bad, medium. Yung J, good, bad, medium din. So pinapair natin. Hindi pa pwede yung bad and bad, no? Of course, the mean of bad and bad are the same. Alright. Ang null hypothesis ang alternative natin, they're not equal for at least one pair. Okay, so the Tukey is very easy. This one I think I did give you. So I'll give you a few seconds, guys, to write the code. It's just Tukey, HSD. So we're creating that object, Tukey result. And then the function is Tukey HSD. Have ANOVA result. Okay, let's first run this. Okay. And then I'll pause for a while and ask you kung na-run nyo na siya. Control Enter. Okay. Wala pang display siya, class, pero meron na tayo dito. sa mga object natin dito. Two key result, it's a list of one. If I click this, okay, ito siya, class. So we have here, sa shelf location, may 3 by 4 tayo. May 3 by 4 na matrix. Tingnan natin kung anong laman ito. Alright, pause muna ako, class. I'll wait for you to confirm if you were able to run yung two key. Okay, and a significant difference. Okay, good. Dyan na ba, class? Naran nyo na si Tuki? This one? I think I gave the notes, class. This one. I gave the comments, pero binango ko to because I want you to be the one to write that. So, Tuki, honest, significant difference. And the object which we want to do a post hoc on is the ANOVA result. Ito yung ginawa natin kanina. Okay, kindly confirm, class, if you were able to run this. I think ito pala, no? Hindi ko nabigay itong ano nito. Itong latex ng hypothesis ni Tukey. Okay, there. So that you have your copy also. Notice yung mga inferential statistics, kailangan alam dapat natin yung null at saka yung ano yung alternative. Okay, that way we won't get wrong kung ano yung inference natin. Okay, kindly chat please, class, if you were able to run already Tukey. Ito lang muna si si Tukey HSD. Paki-confirm naman please. Hello, class. Class, naran nyo na ba to? Kindly confirm, class, please. If you were able to write this code, two key result, and then two key honest significant difference. Okay, thank you. Nicolo, thank you. Don, thank you. Let's wait for your classmates. Baka sinusulat pa nila. If you have done so, class, kindly confirm na lang. Okay, thank you, Raf. Okay, thank you, Jet. Okay, and then Jericho, thank you. So, okay na ba? Okay na tayo lahat yata, ano? Okay. Sige, class. So, we said that let's now print the result. Kahit ito lang yung two key result lang. Kasi itong summary, tinan nyo, class. No? Konti lang binibigay niya. Okay? So, bali, sinabi lang niya yung laman nito. Kasi ito yung 3 by 4. So, we don't need this. Okay? Hindi maganda hindi naman useful yung result niyan. Okay, so let's just print two key result. Okay. All right. Ito na. Ayan. Okay. So, again, importante itong null hypothesis natin. Ang null hypothesis natin, sinasabi natin, let's say si bad at saka si good, equal siya. Tingnan natin dito. Okay? So, this one compares good and bad class. And we're saying that the difference is 4.69. Okay? Ang difference, average difference ng good, ng sales sa good shelf versus sales ng bad shelf is the average difference is 4.69. Okay, confidence interval, the lower sales, the lower difference is 3.87. The higher difference is 5.51. And then you have your p-value here, 0. Ano tong 0 na to, class? Balikan natin null hypothesis. Ang sinasabi dito, the mean of, in this case, good and bad, no? The mean of good, the mean of the sales in the good shelf location is equal to the mean of the sales in bad location. And your p-value is 0. That's practically way lower than 0.05. Therefore, the answer is we reject the null hypothesis that the average sales from the good shelf location is equal to the bad location. In fact, meron tayong average difference na 4.69. Mas malaki, okay, kasi good minus bad to eh. Mas malaki yung average sales coming from the good shelf location versus bad by a difference of 4.7 in thousands yata to, in millions, whatever. Okay, let me pause for a while, class, yung sa explanation yun. Okay, I don't want to rush this. Okay, we want to understand this clearly. Okay, so yung una dyan, pinapakita sa atin via the Tukey, okay, Tukey HSD test that based on the null hypothesis that the mean of average sales of the good shelf location is equal to that of the bad location. Answer, reject that hypothesis. They're not equal. Hindi equal yung sales dun sa good location at saka sa bad location. Mas malaki si good by an average of 4.7. I think this is in millions, no? Or thousands. Okay? So that now answers yung hindi ma-answer ni ANOVA. That's why post hoc is very important, no? Nasasagot na ni post hoc. How about medium and good? Ito naman kino-compare. Again, the difference is 1.78. Mas maliit, no? Okay, as expected kasi medium lang to eh. Well, theoretically, no? 1.78. Ang lower confidence interval natin, 95% confidence interval. Ang lower average difference is 1.11. The higher is 4.46. And we have a p-value equal to 0. Therefore, para saan to? Balikan natin yung inference. Ito, yung null hypothesis natin. Na sinasabi that the average sales of those in the medium shelf location is equal to those in the bad shelf location. Okay, ano sagot? Okay. No, hindi sila equal. In fact, the average difference is 1.78. Okay? All right, how about this? Medium versus good. So the average difference is negative 2.9. Medium to good. Mas mababa si medium kay good ng 2.9. Or mas mataas si good kaysa kay medium by 2.9. So back to the hypothesis. Equal ba sila? Equal ba yung sales ng medium shelf location sa good shelf location? The answer is okay, 0 p-value. We reject that null hypothesis. Therefore, ang conclusion natin, yung tatlong pairs na yan, lahat sila magkakaiba. Iba yung iba yung sales ni good kaysa kay bad, iba yung medium at saka bad, iba yung medium at saka good. Okay? Which on a business sense, di ba? Pag ginamit ito sa mga businesses ang sasabihin, ay, may kinalaman yung yung self location sa sales ng sa sales natin. Eh, hindi natin pwedeng ibaliwala, no? Yung yung factor na to. Kasi magkaiba sila eh. Mas mataas on the average yung good versus bad, mas mataas si good. Medium versus bad, mas mataas si medium. Medium versus good, mas mataas si medium. Okay? So you can see here just a practical example of the importance of the ANOVA and the post hoc. Okay? So ginagamit to class once again pag may dinidefine tayo na may gusto tayo i-compare ng mga means. Okay? All right. So ito in-explain ko lang class what I explained already before. So ito na yon. Just for you to review or at least meron na kayong text na nagsasabi. Okay, sinabi nga natin dito class by way of review, ito yung difference in means yung difference. Sinasabi nga yung difference ni good with bad is 4.69 higher, si good. Okay? 95 confidence interval in lower at saka upper. Okay? So ibig sabihin the difference will lie between we're 95% confidence that the difference between yung sales ni good self-location tsaka ni bad is between 3.787 at saka 5.51. Okay? All right. And then the p-value is used for determining, inferring whether mag-equal nga sila. And the answer is that we reject the null hypothesis that yung average sales from the good self-location is equal to the average sales from the bad self-location. Same thing with the medium versus bad, and same thing with the medium versus good. Okay? All right. So, in conclusion, sabi on business conclusion na to, no? More on sinasabi natin na ano, na may kinalaman, okay? From a managerial perspective. Siyempre, hindi lang naman ginagamit dapat yung mga test na to now without any practical implication. Okay? So good self-location leads to better sales as compared to the other bad location. Okay? So just another final thought on this, class. Ay mga post-hoc kailangan natin yan kasi it will specify the differences between the groups na hindi ginagawa ni ANOVA. Si ANOVA overall lang, sinasabi lang niya, ay, reject mo yung hypothesis na mga equal sila. So as to, ano yung hindi equal? Ano ba? Lahat, tatlong pairs yan eh. Lahat ba yan? Okay? Kung apat yan class, di ba? Ilang pairs yun? Mas marami. Okay? Alright. So, there's another post-hoc test, si Bonferrini naman. Bonferroni, sorry. Bonferroni. Lagi akong nagkakamali yung pag-pronounce ito. Okay, mas conservative siya kaysa kay uh, Tukey, no? The difference is that binabago niya yung no, yung level of significance. Kung kung sa Tukey 0.05 sa kay Bonferroni ang ginagawa niya, depende dun sa mga kung ilang levels. Kunyari sa atin, tatlo yung levels natin, good, medium, and bad. I-divide niya yung level of significance na ginagamit, which in this case is 0.05, divide by 3. So, ganito magiging yung level of significance. No? Mas mababa na, 0.01, around 0.02 na. And thus, this becomes more conservative siya, mas strict siya. No? Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes, class, a few seconds, in fact, to write the test. This time, class, ang gagamitin natin si Bonferrini. Okay? So ang ano niyan, pairwise.t.test. Okay? Ito yung function niya. Tapos i-identify natin car seats, sales, comma, and car seats, dollar shelf lock. Okay? So ang kino-compare natin class yung yung sales coming from shelf location. Okay? And then ang method natin si Bonferroni. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds class to write this. And when you're done, class, I'm going to run this also. When you're done, ano na lang ulit, class. Paki-chat na lang ulit kung nagawa niyo na si Bon Ferroni. Okay, waiting for your confirmation class. Kung na-run nyo na and you have a list here. Thank you, Dom. How about the others? Anna, thank you. Nicolo, thank you. Okay, Jet, thank you. Okay, Jericho, thank you. Okay. So I hope everybody got it. No? All right. So once we have this, check lang natin to class yung list na object natin. Ito siya, no? So Bonferroni result. Okay. Andito din p-values natin. Okay, 2 by 2. So let's see ano yung result nito class by printing this. Okay. So here na-print ko na to. Okay, i-print natin. There class. Okay, pairwise comparison, di ba? Using t-test. Okay, so anong nangyari dito class? Nag-t-test siya, no? Kinompare niya kinompare niya yung averages. Okay, if you take a look at the distribution, kinompare niya si good versus bad. Okay, syempre hindi niya kinompare si good versus good. Kaya blank to, no? Kinompare niya si medium versus bad at saka si medium versus good. And the result that it generated were p-values. Okay? So ang null hypothesis nito pareho din sa sa Tukey natin na the average sales from the good location is equal to the bad location. Okay? P-value ang binigay niya, which is less than 0.05. Therefore, ang inference natin, reject the null. Hindi equal si good at saka si bad. How about si medium at saka si bad? Okay? Reject din. Reject the null hypothesis din kasi this is much less than 0.05. How about medium versus good? Reject din. No? Reject din. Okay? However, yung Bonferroni class, okay, unlike yung Tukey, di ba, mas maraming information na binibigay. Okay? Here. Okay, nagbibigay siya ng difference, ng lower at saka upper, 95% confidence interval ng difference. Okay? Si Bonferroni hindi. Yung p-value lang. Okay, so that's one limitation of Bonferroni. However, this Bonferroni is really more strict, no? Kasi mas mababa mas ano yung level of significance siya, 0.016 something. Diba? As compared to kay Tukey, isa lang yung 0.05. Okay? To take a look at this, ito lang yung yung p-values lang yung wala na ibang quantitative na na input siya. Just this. Okay? Yung 2 by 2, which is this one. Yung may blanco pa nga. Okay, so let's take a look at ito, ganun din class, yung niya, yung interpretation, diba? Ito, good versus bad, ito yung p-value, highly significant. Medium versus ganun din, highly significant lahat class. And the null hypothesis is the same. The mean of good is equal to the mean of bad. So reject yun class. Reject yun. Hindi sila equal. Ganun din si medium versus good and medium versus bad and medium versus good. So overall, pareho lang yung result natin kaysa kay Tukey. Okay, so all right. So pareho lang yan. Did I give this class ito? Interpretation ng Bonferroni. Paki nga class, indicate kung nabigay ko to, yung interpretation na to. I hope I did class kasi I know binigay ko na yung mga yung mga explanations. Did I give it class? Hello. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So just like the Tukey class, no? Just like Tukey, lahat ng pairwise comparison natin show statistical significant differences in sales. Okay? And that's what we wanted to answer. Again, class, ANOVA tayo, nag-ANOVA tayo, no? Tapos sabi natin, ang weakness ng ANOVA, it will not provide yung mga individual conclusions, individual differences, yung mga pairs, no? Sa ANOVA, we're able to answer if the mean of the good is equal to mean of the bad is equal to mean of the medium. The answer is reject natin yan, no? They're not all equal. Pero it will not say yung mga pairwise comparison sila. Saan papasok yan? Sa post hoc. So using either Tukey or Bonferroni. Okay? Kasi mas strict si Bonferroni, usually mas ginagamit si Tukey. But no problem using both, no? Pag nagko-conflict nga lang, mas inaano yung yung Tukey. Okay. All right? Okay. At sinasabi ko class, no? Advantages, more conservative siya. Okay? So, mas less prone siya to false positives. However, sabi natin, to a fault din yung pagiging conservative niya, no? Especially when the number of comparisons is large. Okay. All right. So that ends our first discussion of ANOVA. One-way ANOVA lang yun, no? Okay, we're taking a look at one variable, tapos may mga iba't ibang levels nila. Tinitingnan natin kung magkakaiba yung means ng levels na to. Now, we can also have two-way ANOVA. As the name suggests, two-way ANOVA plus dalawang categorical variables yung tinitingnan natin. Sa one-way ANOVA kasi isa lang eh. Tinitingnan natin yung in our case, yung self-location. Sa two-way ANOVA, dalawa yung titingnan natin. So for example, we can take a look at yung data natin. Dadalawa lang naman yata dito ito class, ito. Yung self-location at saka kung urban o rural siya. Okay. So dalawang categorical variables na to. Okay. So with this class, we now have your two-way ANOVA. Yung isa class, kaya nag-ANOVA tayo dito kasi ito three, no? Three level. Ito dalawa lang. So okay lang yun. But at least one of them should be more than two. Okay, so let's go here. Okay. This one, did I give this class? Kindly paki-confirm nga class kung binigay ko tong I'm sorry kasi may mga dinagdag ako. It was after ANOVA na eh. Kasi diniscuss ko dito na-realize ko, nakalimutan ko na hindi ko sinama si Cruz Calwalis. Okay, so that's why I inserted it here para ma-discuss natin. Aabot naman siguro tayo dun kay Cruz Calwalis. Alright. Class, paki-confirm kung nabigay ko ba tong two-way ANOVA. Okay, thank you. Right, please, pasensya na class kung nagtatanong ako kasi kung hindi ko nabigay, then I'll have to share it with you. Okay, so notice sa two-way ANOVA class, dalawa na yung categorical variables natin. So we're taking a look at the self-location at saka yung region, store region. No? Ito, plus ito. Ito yung region kung urban or rural. Okay. Double test nga natin, class. Sino natin? Just to be sure. Ano ba yung levels ni Levels ni cars. Error talaga tong kailangan i-ano ko muna, sarado ko muna. Car, car, um, car $6. Si Urban. Asan na si Urban? Here. Urban. Okay. No, yes lang siya, no? Yung yes, yung urban, tapos yung no, yung rural. Okay. Sana tayo. Hindi na tayo. Plus. Okay, two-way ANOVA. Okay. All right. Okay, so ano yung hypothesis natin dito, class? Sa two-way ANOVA. This one. Um, okay, I don't think I gave this. Okay, first one, let me share this. These are added notes, class. Kasi na-realize ko na hindi pala ako nagbigay sa inyo ng mga hypothesis. Okay, all right. Okay, ito. Sana ma sana tanggapin ni ano. Minsan kasi pag masyadong mahaba, hindi na tinatanggap ni ano yan. Control C, hindi tinatanggap ni Zoom chat. Kaya mas magandang ibigay sa G Drive na. Ayan o. Okay. Tanggalin ko tong yung interaction, tatanggalin ko class. Delete. Okay. And then I'm going to give the interaction. Wala ba? Wait. This one. Okay, sige. This is what I'll do na lang, class. Kasi mukhang naghalo-halo na tong ano ko, no? Okay. So, for two-way ANOVA, okay, I'll just first remove the results kasi hindi mo makukopy yung results. Okay. I'll just create class a new sheet class para mas maganda. Para kompleto. Tapos, sige, hanggang dito muna. Two-way ANOVA. So, okay. Control C. I'll go to our G drive again, class, here, and then where's our G drive here? And then I'm going to create another one, new docs, class, and this docs is ito, andi dito yung lahat ng mga codes, no? Hindi ko na kayo ipapasulat to save on time. Ano ba to? Yan, yan class. Okay, let me copy this. Code February 15, 2024. Control two-way ANOVA. Okay. Right, good. Let's go here. So lahat nabigay ko na sa inyo, class. And yung mga codes, wala na kayong isusulat. Usually, I don't want that kasi gusto kong nagsusulat kayo. Pero anyway, simple lang naman din yung code nito, class. No? Okay, so take a look, class, at the null hypothesis. Si shelf location na naman to. The effect of shelf location on sales does not depend on the store region. So ngayon, dalawa yung tinitingnan natin. No? We're taking a look at two categorical variables. Si shelf location at saka si store region. Si store region yung urban or rural. Pag yes, urban. Pag no, rural. Okay? So, we're now taking a look at the effect of sales on these two categorical variables. So, in that case, class, pag dalawa ng categorical variables, two-way ANOVA na yan. Yung kanina lang, yung effect of shelf location on sales, one-way ANOVA lang yan. Kasi you're just looking at one variable, no, yung self-location. Ito, self-location na at saka yung urban. So for a two-way ANOVA, we examine the effects of self-location and urban, yung store location on sales. Okay? So dalawa yung tinitingnan natin, tatlo yung tinitingnan natin dito. No? Number one, yung main effects hypothesis. Okay, ano yung main effects hypothesis? Dalawa yung variables natin, si shelf location and si si urban. No? So si self-location may effect yan. Okay, so ito yung ano natin, no? Ito yung null hypothesis natin dyan. Okay. Same as a while ago, class. Same as yung ANOVA natin kanina na one way. The average sales from self-location 1, which is yung bad ba to, is equal to the one in good, is equal to the one in medium. Okay, whatever the ano. So ito lang kalas yung kanina yung one-way ANOVA natin dito. Pareho lang, no? Same thing lang. Mean of the good is equal to mean of the bad is equal to mean of the medium. Okay? So it's similar to the one-way ANOVA natin. Okay. Ngayon, meron pa tayong pangalawa, no? Yung urban naman at saka rural. So these are both belonging to the main effects. Yan. Main effect ni self-location at saka main effect ni urban or rural. Yan. So the mean sales is the same for urban and rural areas. So parang yung gagawin natin class na ganito. Okay, so gawin natin to, no? Control C and then here below, yun natin dito para pareho siya. Control V. Tapos, palitan natin itong text na to, no? Mu of, ito yung urban, no? Urban. So, text urban, tanggalin natin itong isang to. Text close, close yan. Is equal to text. Ito yung kay rural. Rural. Okay, tanggalin natin itong dash to. Tanggalin, tapos tanggalin na itong pangatlo. Remove this. So, dalawa lang siya. Okay? At least one of them, text, ano to, yung region, no? Region ba? Ayan, tama. Yung rural o urban. Okay, ganun lang, class. So, where is that? Okay. So, okay. So, ito, dalawa lang levels yan. No? Parang t-test lang to. Yung isa, ANOVA kasi tatlo siya. But we're combining them. Okay. So t-test, hindi ka naman pwede mag-combine ng dalawang ano eh. Parang dalawang test ang ginagawa natin. Okay, ito, class, yung main effect ni shelf, pangalawa, main effect ni region, and then meron tayong pangatlo dito, class, yung interaction. Okay? So this tests whether the effect of the shelf location on sales depends on whether the store is urban or rural. So in other words, class, yung effect ni shelf location is also dependent on whether the effect of shelf location on sales is dependent whether the location is rural or urban. So nagkaroon tayo ng panibagong dimension ngayon. Tinitingnan natin ngayon yung effect ni region uh, kay sa effect balikan to, no? Si shelf location may effect kay sales. Pero ang tanong, naapektuhan ba siya? Yung effect ni self-location on sales, is it affected by the location, kung urban or ano? Iba ba yung effect ni self-location kay sales kung nasa urban? Or iba ba kung nasa rural? So that's what we mean. And that's the interaction already. Ang tawag dyan, interaction. Nag-i-interact na yung dalawang categorical variables. Okay? So ito, sinasabi nga natin, the effect of self-location on sales does not depend on whether the store is in an urban or rural area. Walang kinalaman yung yung effect ni self self self-location on sales. Walang kinalaman yung region. Okay. So this is what we call the interaction class. And ang tawag, pinapakita yung class ito, self-location times urban. Okay? So let's run this. So, ito yan, ano? Okay. This is our code. ANOVA result two-way. AOV din. Okay. Pero tingnan nyo class ito. Sales associated with self-location at saka urban. Yan. Minultiply natin. Pag ganyan class, ang lalabas yan, okay? Yung effect lang muna ni self-location, tapos yung effect ni urban, tapos yung interaction ng dalawa. So there will be three results here. Okay, so data is equal to car seats, summary ng ANOVA result two-way. Ira natin to class. Okay, and now you can see here yung tatlo. Okay, ito yung main effects. Effect ni self-location, effect ng region, effect ng interaction ng dalawa. Okay, so ang importante lang tingnan natin dito is this one, and this one. Yung p-values na to. The rest are yung simple yung variation ng mini-measure niya. Okay? So let's start with this one, the self-location. This one, nagawa na natin kanina to. Okay? So ang null hypothesis dito is what? Ang null hypothesis is that the average sales of sa good location is equal to the bad location is equal to the medium location. And p-value is much less than 0.05. We reject that. We have proven this. Na-proven na natin to, no? Dun sa una, dun sa one way. Ito yung one way natin kanina. Eh. Pero, dun sa one way, wala ito. No? Kasi, parang kinompound na natin yung problem natin. Sinama na natin yung effect ni urban. Ang lumalabas dito, eh, ang null hypothesis natin dito, di ba, ano? May difference yung sales kay urban, equal lang yung sales whether kay urban or kay rural. Ang null hypothesis na ang alternative, hindi sila equal. Okay, so anong conclusion natin dito? Main effect din to. Main effect, ito yung kanina, plus another main effect. Okay. The answer here is we 0.579 greater than 0.05. Therefore, answer is we reject, we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the sales from urban is equal to the sales sa rural. So walang kinalaman, okay? Walang kinalaman yung sales kung nasa urban ka o nasa rural ka. Well, for this data, okay? Kasi that's the null hypothesis. Eh. That's the null hypothesis and we fail to reject that. Okay, the third one here, self-location and then urban. So ang sinasabi dito, the effect of self-location on urban is dependent on, the effect of self-location on sales, is dependent on whether the region is in urban or rural. So may kinalaman ba yung effect ni self-location on sales if the region is urban or rural? The p-value says it's 0.828. Okay, therefore we say that we fail. Okay, ano dito? Null hypothesis din natin class, no? No? Okay, there is no, okay, walang effect yung pagiging urban or rural sa impact ng self-location on sales. Does not depend on whether the store is in an urban or rural. Okay? Yung effect ni self-life or on sales is not dependent on yung region, whether urban or rural. Okay? So this is our null hypothesis. And we fail to reject this kasi by virtue of the p-value which is 0.828. No? So yun ang conclusion natin dyan. Walang kinalaman class. Yung effect ni self-location on sales kung walang kinalaman yung pagiging urban or rural yung region na yun. Alright? So the interaction component, which is this one, okay? Ang tawag dito class interaction na nag-i-interact. So yung dalawang main effects, no? Main. Kasi individually si self-location, individually si urban, tapos yung dalawa na, no? Yung pag-interact ni self-location at saka ni urban. And we fail to reject that. Walang effect plus. Walang effect si self-location on sales, okay? Relative to the store, regional, the region. Okay? So ito class, ganun din, inano ko to, dinescribe ko na naman to, pareho lang. Okay, I'm sure you know this already kasi diniscuss na natin dito. No? So here, statistically significant effect on sales, no, yung self-location. Magkakaiba yung average sales sa bad, medium, and good. Okay, but we don't know which, no? They're not equal. Okay, but we don't know which, kaya nga nagtuki tayo kanina. Right, itong urban and rural, ano sabi dito? Conclusion natin dito. Okay, there is no statistically significant effect of whether a store is urban or non-urban on sales. Urban stores do not significantly differ from non-urban stores in terms of sales. Okay? We fail to reject the null that they're equal. And ito yung interaction class, yung self-life, self-location, and urban. Okay? So let's just take a look at the conclusion. Ang sinasabi natin dito, that the interaction between self-location and urban is not significant. Walang effect yung shelving location on sales. Okay. Yung effect ng shelving location on sales is not dependent on whether the region is urban or non-urban. Okay? Pause muna ako, class. And that's a mouthful. Okay, medyo mabigat-bigat din yung ano yun, yung mga kaya importante doon, class, two-way, no? Two-way, dalawang categorical variables ang tinitingnan natin. Okay. And then, yung two-way ANOVA na yan, it will give us the main effect. Main effect ng isang variable, main effect ng isa pang categorical variable, at saka yung interaction nila. Okay. Yung residuals, hindi natin titingnan. Okay, so, and then there are some summary key findings here. Okay, so tingnan na lang natin ito ulit para maganda yung nare-repeat natin yung ano, no? Shelving location. Ito yung the first main, okay, main effect, no? Si shelf location. Ito yung one-way ANOVA natin kanina. Okay? So, although dito class, technically hindi mo masasabi kagad to unless magtuki ka. Okay? Shelf location likely result in higher sales. Makikita mo lang yan pag nag-post hoc ka. Hindi natin sigurado kasi hindi naman natin talaga tinignan yung data natin, no? Nag-ANOVA lang tayo. And we were only able to conclude that their average sales is different. Okay? Tapos itong urban din at saka non-urban, ganun din. Walang difference sa sales. And then yung interaction, ito yung let's say, pinakabago, no? Kasi ang tinitingnan natin, kanina sa t-test, isa lang naman eh. Ito, in-interact natin. In-interact natin si self-location at saka si urban. Okay? So, kung konting application lang plus, better shelving likely to result in higher sales. However, yung location ng store, uh, excuse me, okay, walang kinalaman class sa sales. So maybe, based on yung data natin, yung statistical test natin ito, marketing could focus on other factors, product pricing, marketing efforts, etc. So I'm just trying to apply this kasi marketing at saka accounting kayo, no? So medyo kumukuha lang ako ng konting application. Product pricing, for example. So that's the purview of accounting kasi. Okay, no interaction effect. All right. Okay. At may linagay lang akong clarification dito, class. Okay, so siguro, Okay, I leave you to read this kasi inulit ko lang naman to eh. No? Pati yung ano, ah ito lang, gusto kong i-discuss to. What if the interaction was significant? Okay? What if the interaction lumabas na, let's say, ang p-value niya 0.01? So, significant yun, di ba? So, ano ngayon magiging interpretation natin? So, ang ibig sabihin nun, yung effect ng shelving location on sales is dependent on whether the store is in urban or non-urban location. Okay, for example, in urban stores, good shelving might have a greater effect on sales than in non-urban stores. Pwede yun. No? So, yung good shelving, okay, tapos reinforced pa by urban stores will all the more increase sales. Okay? Or bad shelving might have a more detrimental effect on sales in non-urban stores. Okay? Yung bad shelving, pwedeng mas malaki yung impact niyan na mabababa yung sales, mas malaking impact niyan, let's say, sa urban, sa rural, kaysa kay urban. I'm just guessing, no? Kasi we have to take a deeper look at the figures. Okay? So that is if it was significant. All right. Class, pwedeng ganito. I'll just discuss this kasi medyo ano na rin ako. I'm sorry, no, yung colds ko tapos I'm not really feeling that well na no? Is it okay for us to discuss this last portion? Wag na lang tayo mag-break, no? Siguro up to 8:15 at the latest 8:30. Will that be fine with you? And I'm sure yung iba sa inyo din nag-whole day na ng classes eh, kaya medyo alam ko na medyo and it's a Saturday night, alam ko tired na rin kayo, no? So ito class, okay, thank you for understanding. So medyo pare-pareho tayong ano, no? Pare-pareho na rin tayong ah, medyo ano, ako medyo inabutan yata ako ng grabe yung nagiging sipon ko. Okay, wait, mahaba to eh. Ito yung medyo mahaba na ano, na dinagdag ko. Anyway, sige, tingnan ko na muna class ha. Let's see. Let's see what I'll be adding here. Okay. Let's do this part by part na lang muna. Mag-share muna ako ng isang part, tapos hindi ko muna ilalahat, no? Kasi baka naman masyado kayong mabigla. So, let me just share one part here. Ito muna. Hanggang ano muna. Ito. Up to here first. Here. Control C. I'll open again, class, another. So, doon tayo lagi mag-ano ng codes natin so that uh, lagi andi dito yan, no? Laging may access kayo. Even those who are not able to attend classes, they can easily, asan na yan? Wait, ito. Oops, sorry. Mali. New, Google Docs. Okay, and then we'll call this now another test of means, control D. Okay, hindi pa kompleto to, no? Apart muna. And this is your ANOVA versus Cuscal Wallis. Control C. Yan natin to ng code February 15, 2025. ANOVA, ANOVA versus Cuscal Wallis. Hindi ako sure sa spelling ko, isang L lang. Okay, alright. ANOVA versus Cuscal Wallis. Okay, let's go to RR. Kindly copy that class. If you want, you can pwede nyo ituloy din dun sa ano natin sa hypothesis testing. Doon na lang, class. Or if you want, you can just create another RMD file. If you want. Kasi masyado na rin mahaba tong hypothesis test natin. So, mas maganda kung naka-broken down into ano. Maganda nga dapat yung unang hypothesis testing, tapos ANOVA lang, tapos ito naman ANOVA versus Kruskal-Wallis. Okay. May isang test class na quite similar to ANOVA. Ang tawag ng Kruskal-Wallis. Popular din to. Okay. Now, pareho silang ginagamit para mag-compare ng multiple groups. Pero magkaiba sila sa assumptions, sa methods, at saka sa interpretation. Okay. I gave here the key differences. Ito. So, ANOVA dash Kruskal-Wallis. Pag dash, yun ang sa Kruskal-Wallis. Number one, ano difference nila? Si ANOVA class, ginagamit yan pag parametric yung data natin. Ang ibig sabihin ng parametric, normally distributed, tsaka constant yung variance. Si Kruskal-Wallis class, ginagamit yan kung non-parametric. So dapat magte-test muna tayo. Technically yung kanina class, yung self-location natin, dapat hindi muna tayo nag-ANOVA nun. We should have tested it first kung parametric siya. But anyway, we'll do that, no? So assumption number one, dapat normally distributed data, okay? ANOVA yan. Pag hindi normally distributed class, Kruskal-Wallis. Pag equal yung variances, homogeneity of variances, ANOVA yan. Pag ordinal lang data or continuous data, Kruskal-Wallis yan. Okay? So ano nangyayari dito? Sa ANOVA, you're comparing between groups. Okay? Sa Kruskal-Wallis, yung medians ang kino-compare natin. Median, okay, or the distribution between the groups. So yan ang difference nila. Dapat pala ginawa ko itong versus. Anyway, data type pag ANOVA, continuous interval ratio. Pag Kruskal-Wallis, continuous or ordinal rank data. Hypothesis ng ANOVA, all group means are equal. We know this, no? Null alternative, at least one group is different. Tapos, kay Kruskal-Wallis, all group distributions are identical. So notice hindi means yung tinetest natin, no? Yung distribution siya, at least one group has a different distribution. Okay. So, kailan effective yung ANOVA? It's best for normally distributed data. Si Kruskal-Wallis naman, it's best for skewed non-normal or ordinal data. Si ANOVA, ang post-hoc niyan, Tukis, no? Okay, yung honest significance difference natin or Bonferroni. Si ano naman, si Kruskal-Wallis, you have the dance test or the pairwise comparison. All right? So again, scenario ANOVA versus Kruskal-Wallis. Pag normally distributed, check si ANOVA, X si Kruskal-Wallis. Pag non-normal, X si ANOVA, check si Kruskal-Wallis. Pag may mga extreme outliers, okay, which will lead to non-normality, X si ANOVA, check si Kruskal-Wallis. Si ANOVA comparing groups, okay, means of groups. Si Kruskal-Wallis comparing distributions. Okay. At saka, pag comparing ranked or ordinal data, X yan kay ANOVA, check yan kay Kruskal-Wallis. Okay, example dito. ANOVA, we're comparing average exam scores of students across three different teaching methods. So kunyari, may isang teaching method A, teaching method B, teaching method C. So titingnan natin yung, i-compare natin yung mga exam scores. And usually, exam scores are normally distributed. Okay? We're assuming here that ND, normal distributed, and equal yung variances nila. Ito naman, class, customer satisfaction scores. Ordinal ranking to from 1 to 5 across three different scores. So, hindi pa pwede ito sa kasi ordinal ranking to, hindi pa pwede ito kay ANOVA. Okay? So, ordinal data to eh. So, Kruskal-Wallis yan. Alright? So, again, ando dun yung differences. So, ang gagawin natin dito, class, ito yung steps, no? Check normality. May test tayo dyan. Shapiro-Wilk test. Okay. Check also yung homogeneity of variance. So, ito yung number 1. Ito yung number 2. Okay. Para malaman natin kung pwede ba sa ANOVA yan. 2. Okay, and then decide, ANOVA ba o Kruskal-Wallis? Okay, so tingnan natin to kay R. Okay, nabigay ko na to, ano? Hanggang saan man binigay ko sa inyong class? Hanggang saan? Hanggang 4, summary. Okay, so dito naman, bigay ko to. Okay, wait. Tapusin lang natin to class, itong mga test na to. Tapos, we'll call it a night. Okay? At least na ano na natin, na nakita na natin tong ano. Okay. Tanggalin ko lang class yung mga, okay, yung mga answer. Okay. Alright, hanggang dito lang. Kasi, yung test na yon, pang ano na yon, pag mag-exam, next meeting na yon, mag-example tayo ng Pascal Wallis. Okay, saan ba yung number 4? Ito, here. So, dito na. Control C. Pakidugtong na lang class. I'm going to post it again in here. Okay. Yan. Pakicopy ulit class and then we'll end here class. Mabilis lang naman yan. No? Okay, so at least 8:30. Okay, alright. And dito na tayo class ha. So we check the difference between ano no between ANOVA and Kruskal Wallis. Now kanina nag-Kruskal Wallis, nag-ano tayo, nag-ANOVA tayo ni self location. Okay, so i-ano muna natin to, i-load natin tidyverse or ggplot2. Load muna natin. Si Car kailangan yan para kay Levine's test. Okay. So let's start with Shapiro-Wilk. Saan ginagamit ka si Shapiro-Wilk test? Gagamitin nyo later on to again sa regression. No? We want to test if the data has normal distribution. That's a requirement for ANOVA. Dapat yung data natin normally distributed. Okay. So, gagamitin natin ito si Shapiro.test. Okay, ang itetest natin si sales. Okay? From the data car seats and then sales. Tapos, isa-isahin natin. Car seats self-location is equal to good. Car seats self-location is equal to medium. And car seats self-location is equal to bad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ang null hypothesis dito, the data, whether good, medium. Notice class, hiniwalay natin ha. Kukunin natin si Shapiro test for good, for medium, and for bad. Magkakaiba sila. If we run this, run, take a look at this. Merong result for good, merong result for medium, merong result for bad. And for good, the p-value is 0.8794. And remember, ang sabi natin dito, ang null hypothesis dyan, the data, okay, the distribution of the good part of your self-location is normally distributed. Okay, follows a normal distribution. P-value is 0.8794. Therefore, we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the data is normally distributed. So okay tayo kay good, normally distributed siya. Ganon din kay medium class. Yan, 0.31, 39, normally distributed din siya. And lastly, for bad class, normally distributed din siya. Therefore, class, lahat ng ano natin, lahat ng in this case, parang variable na si ano no? Yung, yung particular subset ng self-location, which is good, is normally distributed. Si medium, normally distributed. And si bad, normally distributed. So, okay. Okay tayo sa normality test, no? So, if we plot this class, yan, nag-ggplot ako dito. Tinan lang natin yung plot class. Okay. So, take a look at this. Alright? Si bad, si good, at saka si medium. So, halos wala namang mga, may konting outliers din lang dito kay bad at saka kay medium. At saka kay good, pero uh, negligible. And already we tested this using Shapiro-Wilk, di ba? Ang sinasabi ni Shapiro-Wilk, normally distributed yung data natin. Ito, tiningnan natin yung histogram niya, and it looks like it's normally distributed roughly. Okay, and another one, QQ plot class, importante ito. Quantile plot. Pag prinat natin the class, okay, maybe this is the first time you are meeting this in stat QQ line, ito yung class. Okay. If the data points are congregate around the line, this QQ line here, okay, ibig sabihin ng class normally distributed. Kasi pag yung data nyo gumaganito, lalo na sa dulo class, kapag gumaganto yung data nyo, yung gumaganyan, medyo naggaganyan, yung lumalayo dito sa line na to, sa QQ line na to, okay, gumaganyan. For example, if your data was behaving like this, it was going away from this QQ line, okay, ibig sabihin nun, malamang hindi normally distributed dyan. Okay, so mas clear dito sa QQ line class, no? Na normally distributed yung data natin. Pag nagko-congregate siya dito sa, ang tawag natin dito, QQ line. Quantile line. Okay? Here are all drawings. All right. So, and of course, what's most important is that nag-Shapiro-Wilk test tayo. Okay, ito talaga statistical test. Ito, plots lang naman to, no? Okay. So, if medyo pag ganun yung data, medyo mahirapan tayo magsabi, but the mere fact that it's veering away dito sa dulo na to, that's a signal that it's not normally distributed. Okay. So sinabi ko to kanina, if the p-value is less than 0.05, then not normal yun. However, sabi natin, p-value natin greater than 0.05, therefore normally distributed siya. The last one class is the test of, okay, the test of variance. So ito yung null hypothesis natin dito. The variance of good, medium, and bad are all equal. Okay? So we're going to use Levine test. Levine test, sales, shelf-lock, location, data is equal to car seats. Okay, di ba nasa car data set, car package to? Alright, kaya linode mo natin si car package. So magagamit natin itong Levine test. Okay, and take a look at this class. Levine's test for homogeneity of variance. Homogeneity means equal yung variances nila. And the p-value is 0.44. So, null hypothesis ito, p-value is 0.44. Therefore, we fail to reject that their variances are equal. Okay, 0.44, di ba? So, if the p-value is 0.05, then the variances are equal, and that's good for ANOVA. Okay, so we were able to meet the two conditions, no? Yung normality niya, normality of your data, and also the homogeneity of variance. Equal yung variances nila. Ito yung null hypothesis natin. Variance ni good is equal to variance ni medium is equal to variance ni bad. This is what we call homogeneity of your variance. Equal yung variances natin. And the Levine test shows that indeed equal yung variance test natin. So class, therefore we were able to prove that the data self-location is normally distributed and its variances are constant. Therefore, we were correct in using the analysis of variance. Inuna lang natin kanina yan kaysa natin tinas. Technically, dapat tinas muna natin. Tapos saka tayo nag-ano ba. Okay? So, ito sinabi ko lang dito, class. Ito lang, we'll have an example ng Kruskal-Wallis next time. Papakita natin na kung paano kung hindi normal yung 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 data natin. Okay? Paano siya? And I shared here a file, class. Tingnan nyo as your hindi naman assignment, as your practice class, kindly, may question ba? Okay. Kindly test ito. Nasa ano natin? Asan yung ano natin, class? Here. Nag-share ito class ito. Business Kruskal-Wallis. So ito siya. Can you please open this? Okay. Pwede nyo siya i-load sa ano natin. So, ito class yung data natin. No? This is now different from the car seats data. Right. Siguro as a last exercise, andito yung mga sales natin. Naka ano lang, dapat naka ano lang two decimal places. Control shift down arrow. Okay, control 1. Okay, and then number. Pakigawa na lang two decimal places class. And, tapos, i-save nyo dun sa ano natin. Paki-save dun sa folder natin. Okay, sa our project. And then what I want you to do is i-load nyo siya. No? I-load nyo. Dali naman i-load, alam nyo, di ba? Yung ito, read underscore Excel. Okay, I'm calling it data. Tapos, subukan nyo mas gawin yung ginawa ko kanina dun sa ano. You check, test for normality. Okay, use that Shapiro dot will test. And then subukan nyo rin yung Levene's test to check whether the data is normally distributed and has constant variance. Okay, I'm just going to show you class ito. Okay, so linode ko na siya. Nasa object ko na siya, no? Andito na siya. Where's that? Here. I named it data. Data, read underscore Excel. You have to load read Excel, no? But read Excel is part of tidyverse. Okay, so read underscore Excel, and then the name of the data is business Cuscal Wallis. Ito siya. So, paki-download nyo dun sa G Drive, tapos i-save nyo dun sa ano natin, sa our project. Tapos i-load nyo class. We'll discuss this next meeting. Pero may I request you class to please check nyo nga kung normally distributed to. Gagayahin nyo lang to, no, class? Gagayahin nyo lang yung Shapiro-Wilk test natin dito. Okay, so mangyari lang yan, yung name, I named it data, then dollar, kasi ito yung class, I'm going to click this, no? Dito na siya, data. Let me just click this. Ito na yung class, no? So merong store location naman ginamit ko dito. Store location, may downtown, merong suburban, at saka may rural. Tatlo. So we can do ANOVA here if. Pwedeng ANOVA to kung normally distributed at saka kung ang tawag doon? Kung constant variance. Okay, so where is that here? Ito class, ito. So magiging data to, dollar, nasa na yun? Dollar, ito na class. Store location. Papalitan nyo lang yan. Palitan nyo yung star location is equal to, tatlo yan, di ba? Downtown, okay, suburban, and rural. So you do that, okay, and then check class yung Shapiro wheel. You can also use this one. Papalitan nyo lang yung pangalan, no? Sales din naman yung X. Tapos yung tilde wrapped against store location na lang to. Mababago yung pangalan ng variable. Histogram of sales by store location. And then this one, ganun din. ggplot, data to. Data, okay? Aesthetic sample is equal to sales. Sales din naman yung first, ano natin, here, sales. Pareho lang yan. Tapos, ang mababago lang ito, store location na to. And then, madodrawing yung QQ plot. Okay. So, try to do that class and then you'll see if may deviation nga siya dito sa dulo. Okay? All right. So, do you have any questions, class? Okay. Ituloy na lang natin to si Cruz Calvalis next meeting. Reminder, class, next meeting natin will be on a Saturday din, ano. I'm sorry I will not be able to meet you this coming Thursday. So Saturday ulit tayo. Hopefully medyo okay din yung pakaramdam ko. Biglang, I'm very sorry about that. Biglang, ewan ko, parang bigla akong sipon. Okay, any questions, class? Any questions?